Hey, what's up, everybody? Benji Bruce here, and we're going to talk about the absolute biggest hurdle for new entrepreneurs, people who are just now trying to build up their business, trying to market themselves. This is probably the biggest hurdle for everybody, and it is commitment. To commit. Commit. It is the biggest freaking hurdle that anyone will face because basically new entrepreneurs especially, they haven't made that full commitment. There's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out instead of just all in status, right? And basically, I mean, I'm not saying full commitment in terms of you need to quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying with full commitment is a psychological commitment that you made. The definition of commitment is to cut off options, right? So to commit is to cut off options. So when you commit, you don't say, oh, I'm just going to quit my job or whatever. It's basically to commit to one thing and you cut off options. So you basically say, I'm going to commit to making 2 videos every single day or a video every single day. So for 60 minutes, you're going to commit to making a video every single day. So now you cut something else out. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time for a video every single day. I just don't have time. And what commitment means is you say, I'm going to commit to 1 video every single day, which means I have to cut out something else. I now have to cut out an hour of me sitting down and relaxing. I have to cut out an hour of me sitting down and watching a TV show. I have to cut out an hour of me doing whatever. And so you commit. And whatever it is, it could be 1 video a day. It could be, I'm going to commit to sending 2 hours. I'm going to spend 2 hours of my time sending out emails to people I want to do business with. Whatever it is, you commit. This is what I did when I was starting up my business, where first I committed to cold calls, right? And I realized, forget cold calls. I'm going to send out emails. But the first commitment was I'm going to make cold calls. And when I did that, I sat down at my computer and I said, okay, let me literally make a schedule, like a minute by minute schedule. And so I scheduled out my entire day. I said, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to eat breakfast from this time. I'm going to go to the gym from this time. And then I'm going to basically send out emails or make calls at this time. Then I'm going to take a bathroom break here. And then I literally scheduled out my entire freaking day because I was committed. And then eventually when I built up all the entertainment stuff, and now I started doing some online business stuff, I wasn't fully committed at first because I was making a ton of money as an entertainer. I'm like, hey, why would I do this when I'm making all the money here, right? And so what happened was I had to recommit to this other thing. And what I committed to was sending out an email every single day. No matter what happens, I would send out an email every single day. If I was sick, if I was flying, whatever it was, I was like, I'm going to send out an email every single day. I literally got pissed off when my email provider, something happened and the email didn't get sent out. I was like, are you freaking kidding? I got pissed off. I was like, I'm switching. I'm done with you guys. Because out of the whole time, I was literally pissed. And I sent a Facebook message to a friend. I was like, dude, my email didn't get sent. And he was like, oh, 1 email out of 2 years worth of emails. And I was like, yeah, I guess. But still, my email didn't get sent. And it was because I was committed to sending an email every single day. And so basically, commitment means come hell or high water, I'm going to get this thing done. That's pretty much what commitment is. And a lot of people, they wake up and they just don't feel like it. They're like, I don't feel like doing it today. I just don't feel like it. That's not commitment. Commitment is, all right, you don't feel like it, you do it anyways. It doesn't matter. And so when you commit, you cut everything off. You make time in your day. You say, okay, I got 24 hours in a day. Here's all the stuff that I'm doing throughout the day. People always say, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this marketing stuff for my business. I don't have time. And it's like, cut something out of your life to freaking make time. Commit. If there is one thing that you can do to be extremely successful in your business, to be extremely successful with marketing yourself, it is to commit. You commit 100% psychologically, 100% physically. I remember getting an email from a guy. He sent me an email. He was like, hey, I want to be a speaker And he's like, I'm considering it, and I'm not sure though. And he's like, I want to like buy one of your programs. And I said, look, don't. I said, do not buy one of my programs, because in order for you to do this, you have to be fully committed before you buy, because it is freaking hard. It's not something you just sit down and you say, oh, let me just type a couple things and bam, and now all of a sudden I have a $10,000 speaking gig. And I told him, I was like, do not buy any of my stuff, because until you commit, it will not work. You can have all the right information. Everything in front of you can be right. But if you aren't committed up here, it will not work. And so you will always be able to come up with any excuse, like any excuse as to why you can't do something. It doesn't matter. You can just say, oh, I don't have time. My car ran out of gas, whatever it is. You can come up with any excuse, but a commitment means you remove that excuse no matter what. In fact, just recently, like literally 2 days ago, right? I was going to do this webinar. Well, I did a webinar and what happened was I woke up, my internet wasn't working. I'm thinking like, okay, well, it's early in the morning. The webinar's later on. It'll probably start working later on. So it's no big deal, right? But I'm making plans. I'm like, oh, should I like cut out the webinar, or should I just like reschedule it? And should I just say, oh, let's do it another day? And so I'm kind of waiting, right? The internet is still not working. The webinar is supposed to start at 1 p.m. It's now 11 a.m. and it's still not working. I'm thinking like, uh-oh, what's up with this? And so I go to my apartment complex. I'm like, hey guys, what's up with the internet? And they said somebody apparently ran into a freaking pole outside, and so the internet on like several blocks, it was just down. And I'm thinking like, ah, man. Now I could have easily said, let's just reschedule this. I could have just rescheduled the whole webinar. But I was committed to at least getting this webinar done, right? So I was going to say like, all right, let me go to freaking Starbucks. I will literally host a webinar right there and then. Everyone in Starbucks will look at me like I'm crazy, because when I'm on webinars, I practically scream. I'm like, oh, I can't believe you guys are doing, I'm like screaming. So everyone would probably look at me like I was freaking crazy, right? But I was committed to making this webinar happen. And so luckily, they actually got the internet fixed like literally just in time, but it still comes down to commitment. It comes down to cutting off options, saying, come hell or high water, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't care how I feel. I don't care what's in my way. This is what I'm going to do every single day. Oh, that's cool. I kind of rhymed. If you like this video, make sure you share it with other people. Just share it, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.